In this video, we're going to set it up so when we click on the button, we want it to simply call our, wherever it went, our drop item function. So in our case, it's just going to make the item visible again. We're not actually going to do anything else in this video. We're just going to set that up. So one problem we have to overcome is our item widget itself. So currently, we know nothing of the actor, like at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new variable in our item, and it's going to be of type, stops me typing, of the type actor. So we're going to make that an object reference, and let's call it, can we just do actor? Yeah, I guess so. We're just going to call it actor, or better yet, item. That makes a lot more sense. So whenever we click on the button, well, we actually need to set the actor. So let's make it instance editable and expose it on spawn. Go to our inventory, our setup inventory function. We're going to refresh our create widget node so we have the new pin. So here's our item. What we're going to do is drag that directly into item. And because we're doing this, we can actually simplify it. So where we have get item name, I'm just going to delete it because that is no longer needed. And let's go to our item, remove item name. Get rid of all that. And yep, that refreshed. So what we want to do is in the event construct, we're going to get item, make sure it's valid. If it's valid, we're going to take our text box for the item name. Let's do set text. And what we want to set is, what was it? It was get item name. Like so. So now we can get the item name directly from the actor that we pass in. And from there, we want to click on our button. It's a variable, so let's rename it to b underscore item. Scroll down to where we see on clicked. And when we click it, we want to get our item. Again, check if it's valid, just to be on the safe side. And we want to call drop item. The problem is, just like before, we don't have that ability because we have to go to our pickup interface and do the exact same thing, but for the drop function, just like so. So we're going to copy this whole section right here, remove so it's no longer virtual, and just rename it so it's just void drop. Now let's hit over interactable.h. We're going to do the same thing, remove the virtual, remove the override, and we're going to do virtual void drop underscore implementation and override it. Now we're going to grab our drop and implementation, go to our .cpp and rename drop to drop underscore implementation, just like so. Let's go ahead and save everything, close down the editor, give it a compile, open the editor back up, and just relaunch everything else. So back in our item, we drag off of, well, our item widget, we drag off the item and we search for drop. As you can see, it goes from the pickup interface. So now when we click on it, let's go ahead and pick up some of these. Press I. You can see each one that I click on now shows itself again, so it becomes visible. Although we have this issue, you can see right here, of our inventory is not exactly being cleared. So what we want to do is let's go to our HUD here. Where was that in the inventory? Yeah, inventory items. Or no, sorry, our HUD, where we go through switch to inventory, set up inventory. Where do we add it to? Oh, there it is. So where we add it to the add the child to the wrap box, we need a function to also clear the inventory. So all we're going to do is create a function called clear inventory, drag off of our wrap box, and just do clear children. And that'll go ahead and get rid of everything for us. We do that, and then we can go over to the HUD, go to switch to HUD function, and off of the inventory, we're just going to simply type, or better yet, we're going to do this a better way. Go to our, where is it? Designer. Here's our close inventory button. We're going to have an on click. So when we click close, we do switch to HUD. We're also just going to actually clear out our inventory. Actually, yeah, let's do that inside of switch to HUD. Never mind. We're going to do it with the first idea. So we drag off our inventory widget, and we're going to simply call, clear inventory. Like so. So now when I pick up all these items, press I, pick them up again, press I, it's no longer going to duplicate, just like that. So we are good to go there, and I just had something else in my head that I cannot remember what it was. I'm trying to think. Exactly. Oh, right. When we click a button, like so, like I click that guy, I want it to be gone. I don't want it to still be there. But again, we're going to do that in the next video because this video is all about getting this set up. So once we, well, yeah, actually we are done. So now that we're done with that, in the next video, we're going to go through and actually set it up so when we click on an item to drop it, it actually drops it. So it removes it from our widget here. So we want that button to just be hidden and gone out of the way. And same thing, we have the other problem of when I pick all these up, I drop them. When I open the inventory again, they're still there. And that is because we're not clearing our inventory when we actually drop the item. So when we call drop, we want to get our inventory component and remove it. Or not remove the component, but we want to remove the item from the inventory. So we should already have this. Yeah, we have drop item. So all it takes is n is an actor reference or a pointer to an actor. And we can simply call that, I think that's blueprint callable. Yes, it is. We can easily call that through our blueprint. So whenever we click the button, we can call it directly through the item widget. And from there, we can, because it's going to be removed, we can either do two things. I'm not entirely sure. I think the wrap box should automatically scale it. So this wrap box here, when we have a bunch of items, when we delete it, I think it scales automatically. So we should be able to just remove that item from the wrap box and it should take care of itself. So we would end up doing that. Well, at least that's going to be the first way we try it. The other way is going to be we simply clear all the children and get all the items again, which I would prefer not to do. Because if you have a humongous list of items, for example, that one, it's just inefficient. That's the main thing. So anyways, now that that's over, if you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description where I have a C++ tutorial where we create Team Deathmatch in Unreal Engine, and that is dedicated just to my patrons only. If you have any questions, anything like that, you can find a link to my Discord server as well, where I'll try to answer any questions you may have to the best of my abilities. So I'll see you in the next video.